Welcome to this career awareness session today. My name is Ashish Dev, founder of a digital platform, Counsel Navi. We will have an interesting session today with renowned counselor Jimmy Devi Thokchom. She's from Bangalore. So, before we proceed, let me quickly explain what is Counsel Navi. So, Counsel Navi is basically a digital platform which is AI enabled, which connects students and professionals to renowned and professional counselors. Counsel Navi has various features, and the main feature is about, as I said, connecting with counselors. So there are different ways you can connect with counselor, either by simply signing up, and then you will find counselors menu there, where you can look for the counselor you are interested in. There is a very detailed profile available for the counselors. You can go through, and then you can connect them via very simple steps. For example, you can book one-on-one meeting, you can book a online meeting, you can have a chat, and so on. So there are multiple options you can connect with counselors. One other simple way is just book your free counseling, free consultation. By booking this, someone from the list of counselors will connect with you, and there will be a session that will be organized between you and the counselor to get through and understand. It's more of an introductory. So there are numerous ways you can connect with counselors, and we have expert pool of counselors, including I will call Jimmy now to her, including Jimmy. Also, let me explain couple of more features which we have. For example, generally there is a counseling in a way where if someone like student or professional wants to go for counseling, then there are a couple of sessions those are organized. For example, there is an introduction session in the beginning. Then you will be asked to go through a psychometric test. This is more to understand about you, your personality, your career interest, and then the counselor do the assessment. Based on that, then they will come up with the career choices for you, and they will narrow down it to make it like three or four the best choices you can go for. So this is usual session. But also we observe that after this consultation and after having this kind of suggestions and opinion, students or professional, they fail to follow, and that's why we came up with something called career planner, where you will engage with your respective counselor, not only to get the consultation but to plan, act, monitor, and also achieve the goal. For example, whether you want to have your kind of a skill development or different courses has to be done, you need a networking, you want to go for internship, there will be resume you need to plan, you want to write your SOP, and all these activities can be planned through the can be achieved through career planner, which is a very detailed tool and very unique to Counsel Navi. Additionally, we have different tools for students and professionals like career health check. In any time of your career, whether you are professional or you are student, whether you are in a school or college, if you want to see where you stand with respect to your career, then there are 10 dimensional questions this tool asks, and then it will come up with certain report like strengths, weakness, and recommendations. Also, students who wants to go for overseas admission, they need to write statement of purpose. So we have created AI based simulator which you can use. Also, we are coming up with mock interview, there is an internship, and also we have a psychometric test. Now, on the Counsel Navi, there are two types of counselors we have. One is for career counselor. They basically understand you and come up with the options for your career. And another set, or both can be done by the counselor, that is overseas admission or overseas admission consulting. So this is about Counsel Navi platform. And then I would like to move forward with our counselor today, Jimmy. She is a renowned counselor. She is a certified career analyst. Also, she is an overseas counselor, overseas consultant, and she has a certified. She's a certified skill trainer. She's a communication coach, and she has in this domain more than 10 years of experience. And one of the great thing I liked about her is the mission she's on about guiding more than 100,000 individuals by 2034. I think it's quite a bold and a big declaration, Jimmy, you have. Maybe I think I would request Jimmy to introduce more about her. But something I would also like to hear from her is what I heard as she is writing some book. So maybe Jimmy, to you, and please introduce to all the participants of this session.
All right. Good morning, everyone. And if someone from abroad, according to the time zone, good afternoon or good evening. Thank you, Ashish, for creating this platform and giving me this opportunity to introduce myself and also enable a couple of parents who are present here today. I hope that session will go very smoothly and lots of insight will be shared from my experiences throughout these many years. As you have already introduced me, that I'm professionally a certified career analyst and counselor, and also looking after international studies. Also a soft skill trainer and a communication coach, which is I'm very passionate about, and I have been doing it since the day one of my professional career. With this vast experience, why I'm here to enable the parents and the students, and also anybody who would love to uh, be along with the era that we are living in now. There are so many things which we will discuss when the questions rounds will be there. So it will be there. Every insight I'll share. Uh, Whatever the challenges that we face, or whatever the steps to be followed, how to overcome those, so we will go through it. Nothing much that I have to say about myself. It's all clear. Ashish has already said, and we are very friendly to this community, so everybody knows. And yes, Ashish, it's a big thing that I have set a goal of 100 plus 100 plus thousand career counseling to be done. This is not only for the tier one city. I think that in India, we need more of a counseling session, workshop, and more of openness to the tier two, tier three, and even for the small towns and the district. So my job, on and off, 6 months, I'm on tour to these small towns and districts where I try to, counsel with the people, educate them. So this is where I said that this is not only about doing a psychometric test and setting up a career goal for them, but in and out to understand how education be a very important, a basic need, a fundamental need for anybody, any individual to grow in life. So that is what, and we'll start the session, and that will go on. Thank you.
Great to hear about this, and best luck to your great mission. Maybe I think you should also share a little bit about a book. I suppose.
Yes, yes. I'm releasing my book on Kindle version of Amazon on 13th of February. And this is kind of, I'm not writing this book as a counselor, but more like a parent. Because as a parent of my two kids here, I face lots of challenges. When I was not certified, it's all haywire. I don't know where to lead, how to guide, and even for the children of my friends and families. So this book is written in a way that anyone can pick it up and read it. There is nothing scientific or any kind of jargons being used in this book. This is just a layman, a simple handbook. The book is titled as Your Career Matters. Yes, Your Career Matters, a simple handbook to understand five-dimensional analysis. Now, don't get worried or concerned about five-dimensional analysis. It is just to know yourself, nothing else. In a very nice vocabulary, simple vocabulary, aiming at the people of tier two and tier three cities, that's so that they can pick it up and read. Otherwise, what happens when we have fancy things, when we have scientific research and data, we tend to avoid because we don't know the in-depth. So not anybody can pick it up and read it. But this book is simple. So yes, we will talk about career and the counseling and the mentorship in this book, but in a very layman's language, and anybody can pick it up. So that is all about it. Let's wait, and I hope that this book will, be helpful for any parents, any professionals, any students. So it's wide spectrum that I'm aiming at, and it will be a helpful one.
Super, sounds good, and we are looking forward to it. Now let's move on to the interesting part of this session, that is Q&A. So I have prepared three questions to ask you first, and then we will open the forum to the participants if they have any questions. So one of my first question is quite obvious question, which is quite surfacing these days, like how can students future proof their careers in an era of rapid technological advancements and automation? Because as we see, we are in days of artificial intelligence, robotics, autonomous cars. Technology is rapidly changing, and we hear a lot of news from here and there. For example, Economic Times saying 41% of job will go off to AI. Uh, some social big company says programmers will be replaced by AI programs. So this is creating some kind of a kind of a concern. So how, from the counselor's perspective, you see this, and from the awareness point of view, what is your opinion?
Okay. First thing, this is true. We cannot deny. This is the age of technology, automation, robots, AI, so many things. The people who are not technology driven, it may scare them. It may scare them. But please understand, there's nothing to worry about it. It is just a concern. And any concern can be addressed. And there's a solution to any problem. So you need to understand the concern here. Do you think that in daily life also, we have so many challenges and we try to overcome it? There is a solution. We try to find it out. Likewise, in technology and automation, we try to understand what is the pros and cons. Everything has a pros and cons. So people who are professionals, obviously they have stepped into that zone where they know that there will be technology, there will be AI, robotics, and all these things will happen, and we don't know where the creativity will go. But let me tell you very frankly, creativity will never die. Do you think that technology or robots can be that much into a human position where they can empathize a situation? I think it's a big challenge to God, the creator. It can never happen. So let's take it in a way that we need to leverage from the technology and automation. Let's see the pros. You are into a job, you know that somewhere you have to meet the technological, the parameters, and automation will be there. And there's a risk factor that you may lose that job. But then what to do? Being proactive here, even though you are not technologically driven person, but you can take a leverage of that, the platforms that are available. Let's talk about AI, the chat GPT, and the new things are coming. Ashish, you know, as being an engineer, you are more aware of that. Why not to take advantage of that? This is true that technology will obviously help you to grow. Automation makes the things easier. Errors are very like minimal in 0.000 some percent probably. So why not to take leverage out of it? Don't be scared that you will lose the job just because it has come. So in that case, what you will do, you have to upgrade your skills. You have to reskill, upgrading the skill. Keep your mind open. Be a lifelong learner. You cannot go through just your university degree and you'll say, I'm equipped enough, I have studied physics, chemistry, and this, and I'm fit for this job. No. When you stop that, then only it is a worry. Then only you have to be scared. Now, you have so many certification courses that you need to upgrade. I mean, being an engineer also, probably you are going through so many certification courses on and off to upgrade your skills. Being a counselor, we have to go through many things which is needed for this. So any profession will have some kind of a reskilling or upgradation of the skill. So we need to be proactive and aware of that. What is in this industry? You don't have to sit and relax. Oh, tomorrow somebody will come and tell and you will see. No, you have to initiate to understand the industry trend. That is important to understand the technology and automation. I'm talking about a layman, okay? I'm not talking about engineers and who are technological driven and they are A. No, a person like me, what I'm going to do is I will see how I can take the leverage of AI, how I can be good in automation. Is there anything that instead of writing email to 100 people, can I automate it? So I'm saving time. So I will also upgrade my skills. So this is where you need to be little proactive, self-awareness and awareness about the trend, the industry that you are in. Then you have to be in the network. You cannot be out of the network. When you are out and when you are like overconfident, I know, no. Then technology will replace you. You will be obsolete then. Please remember. So the key thing is reskilling, upgrading, be in the network, be proactive, and there's nothing to worry about it. Deep dive into it. Be in this crowd. If you think that, no, I will stand out of the crowd in technology, you cannot, because there are so many things you have to study, and the pace has to go on, on and on. There's no full stop to it. It's unlimited. So evaluation, we are the greatest example of evaluation. The evaluation will happen. And now it's happening, I will say, every seconds we have new information. So there is no time to wait. So awareness, proactiveness, reskilling, upgrading, continuous learning, that will help out.
Great. So what I understood mainly is continuous learning and upgrading is the key. And there might be people who don't know how to take that decision, like which skills to go for or how to upgrade. Maybe they can go for some kind of professional consulting for that. So in that regard, just changing a gear here a little bit from technology towards career point of view, like I would like to ask, like, what are some common career mistakes that people generally do, and how that can be avoided?
Okay. In terms of career, let me say, lot many pitfalls that we have. It is unavoidable. One or the other way, you will be there. Okay. Uh, this is not a change, not a diversion from what we were discussing. Rather, it's all interconnected now. Okay. So when we talk about, as you are pointed, here, professional guidance is required, a career, roadmap is required. So that particular things comes into picture now, slowly and gradually. Okay. Now, mistakes we will do when we are fresher, trial and error, and then learn and then go ahead. That will happen on and off with the change that we are into. Change is the only constant, right? So we have to be in that picture. So what happens is, to avoid that career pitfalls, nowadays people have to focus in certain areas. Like we have talked about technology. Obviously, it has to be there. Second thing is, I see that people who are very much in, the career is very flourishing, they are affluent in all terms. And when they come in the zone of communication, they lag behind. So I feel that communication, effective communication rather, and a leadership skills, where you will have some logical reasoning skills, critical thinking, problem solving. Those skills can always help somebody to avoid that career mistakes. The first initial, if we talk about, this is a big thing to discuss about. If you are saying career mistake, the career planning starts from when you are a student. Okay, so I will go through the career steps later on, but I will say that the initial phase starts from where you were in the middle school, then to the high school, then the senior schools and the college and all, to avoid that mistakes. But yes, there will be mistake. I'm not saying there won't be. To minimize that mistake, what you're going to do is, you have to understand first yourself, who you are. Okay, your self-reflection is very important here. To understand, like Aristotle, he said very clearly, knowing yourself is the beginning of the wisdom. Unless and until you know that, no career can be established, no career can be successful. Okay, and nothing can be avoided. You have to face the challenge. So people who are in the comfort zone, they don't want to take any risk in their life. They are the one who will be facing this problem again and again, and they cannot come up. So very much into calculative risk is not good. Be open. Okay, face yourself, be there, get ready. Don't be in a comfort zone. Try to come out from there. All right. uh, Communication, I have pointed out already. Communicator, being a good communicator helps, because that will help you to be in a network. What happens is, when you are in a position in a professional career, you reach a level where you say that I don't need that much networking now. I don't want to attend event. I don't want to go to conference. I'll delegate somebody from the team. No. What about your personal development? To understand what are the things which are coming up. How will I avoid? There are people who have lots of expertise in many fields. So being in that network is important. Do not put yourself out of that network. Be in the network. Do have effective communication. Again, proactive to attend all this event. Okay. As I said, if you want to walk alone, you will walk alone forever. And if you think you will win, you may win, but you will not win fast. because there are dominant areas, dominant personalities, dominant things, dominant concern. So many things are in and around, and you are out of all this concern. That will not help. Again, I will emphasize on taking risk. I see people, I do have professional counseling where people say, no, 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 I'm here in 10, 14 years and I don't want to jump into other things. This is something which I can't do. That means they want to be in a comfort zone. Do you think that company will take him for long, and you will be getting that lucrative salary forever? No. You are the first person who are in target, and the technology and automation will replace you. For sure, you are not in the competition, you are not in the run. So how will that be taken? So that is also a career pitfalls, that people think that, overconfidence, underestimating our strength, both the ways, like you need to have that balance in between. So balance will always help you to avoid these pitfalls, the career mistakes. And I said, being a counselor, when we do counseling, we start from class 8. Why? Even from class 6. Why? Because early steps will give you more time to keep you away from those mistakes to happen. 100% mistakes, better that you get only 50% mistakes and you try and error and then learn and go ahead. So that is why early career planning also we suggest as a counselor, right? So this is the basic thing. Take risk. Risk is inevident. It has to be there. Even if you don't want, it will be there. Have good professional relationship. Do you understand this professional, what do we say, the life of a professional? If you think that the world is so big and, I do hear something wrong and this will not happen again. No, your professional relationship, your professional fluency, your skill sets, these are all important for a long run. Anytime you have a conflict in your profession, in your career, in your office, please try to solve it out there and then. Do not carry it forward. And what helps in solving that out? The communication. I will not say that there should be a bridge, a bridge to gap it. You be the bridge. You initiate that. Be a bridge in between any conflict. Try to resolve it. Do have any kind of career mistakes. This is one part which people actually avoid. People say, whatever happens, just happen. I'm good enough. I will do this. I will do that. No, you have to be in that thing only. You cannot be out. So respect others' feelings. Now, if people say, what is this soft skills, this emotions, empathy, this effective communication, this, that. Soft skills is very underrated. But now you see, soft skills is not underrated. Your soft skills is important. And what is your soft skills? That is you only. Your personality is the soft skills, nothing else. The way you behave, the way you say, the way you talk, the way you wanted to influence, inspire, everything comes into soft skills. Okay, so talking about career pitfalls, yes, it is very easy to avoid if you understand yourself first and to be in a network. I will not say that do not, don't underestimate your strength and all, but do not go overconfident also, and try to get into a work-life balance kind of a thing, that balance your career, and try to accept whatever comes, the challenges. We are good to go about it. We are not sitting back, not having any laid back attitude towards any kind of risk which is coming up. Okay, so that starts from the initial stage, as I said, and that goes prolonged to the professional career and the lifelong it goes through. The pitfalls will come, career mistakes people will do, but we need to learn and go on. So it is inevitable anyways. Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks. I think in the morning I was reading something where there was a very nice sentence said that when you are in a train and you realize that you are not going in the right direction, then look for the next station and get off. I think that's very much related to understanding yourself to take the right decision at the right time. So I think that's what I could summarize from your answer. Yes. So my next question is for students, maybe parents in this call and those who will be watching. I think they will also get some benefit from this question is how can a student identify their true strengths and align with the right career path?
Okay, how will a student identify?
There is true
Okay.
strengths and align with the right career path.
Okay. So for the students in this Counsel Navi platform, you have created a fantastic platform where you have inculcated everything here that a counselor need to focus on, and also a student need to understand that this is a process we need to follow. When we go to a science laboratory, so many chemicals, so many things are there, substances are there. Are we going to just mix and do it? No, we need to understand the process. We need to understand the indicator and how much it has to be taken. So likewise, the counseling is that minute things to understand. Okay, aligning with what they want to do, their career. Here, the first thing comes is a self-awareness, to know yourself again. A student from when they are in the middle school, as I said, early career decision is always good, which people in India, basically, they don't understand this. They say that we will see after 10th or 12th. No, that is too late. Because to know your strength, you have to know yourself, to know your personality, to know your motivator, what motivates you, what is the kind of an interest that you have. Are that interest be nurtured into a career? If it is so, then what can I do? Do you understand the process that is involved here? So all this process can be done only through psychometric assessment. Earlier, I mean, parents may say, I know better my child, how he or she is. Or a person may say that I know myself, how am I? Yes, you are true. There is no one who can know you better than yourself. And the parents will know their kids. But there is something inside that comes out with the test. I mean, believe me or not, when I took this test, I was amazed to see my report. And it is actually what I wanted to say. And my parents, my guardian didn't understand at that point of time. It won't be fair to say that, I was not given too much of choices and all. Probably it was not there. 2-3 decades back, we didn't have that opportunity. But now we have psychometric tools, we have certified counselors, we have lots of mentors who can mentor you. So here, a child must understand to take a psychometric assessment if possible. And if not possible at all, then at least speak to somebody who is in that zone, who can guide you well. I understand your parents, my parents, they only want good in our life. They want the best of the life to be given to their child. But to take a counseling from a certified counselor, a professional, is always helpful, because what happens is, give
Hello.
the insights of what the child wants. Probably child was not able to convey that message. And at times when we have the report and we say, then also they will say, no, I don't think so. But no, you are psychologically, this is what you are thinking. And we try to deep dive and consult and consult and consult and get the things out of it, right? So aligning to the right career, aligning with your own passion, I will say, this is important to understand your strength, your personality, your career interest, what is your motivators, what are the things that fascinates you, that wakes you up in the morning to do. And that can be start from initial years. And even for the professionals, I will tell, this is the same thing that happens. Nothing different with the professionals also. Students is a raw clay that we can mold. Professionals at times is very tough, because they are already into that and they don't want to change. Accept the change. Okay, adaptability must be there. Even for the students, don't say that I'm good in maths, so I'll go in maths. In maths, what all? In physics, what kind of a physics? In chemistry, what all? In biology, medical, MBBS, what all if not then? So aligning, there must be something specialized. You have been made with that, some specialization is there in you. It is there when God created some kind of a skill sets, it's already there that a person have. So that is what we try to pull it out and create the roadmap for them. Okay. So here, counseling with the professional is very important. Have a mentor. Have a mentor to guide you. If you are lacking somewhere, how will you know where you are? What are your drawbacks? Where are you lacking behind? Have somebody to hold your hand, to guide you there. When you are at 60%, why can't we try to be at 80%, 90%, if not 100? There's nothing called perfection. There's an improvement, area of improvement. So the counseling actually helps you. The counseling actually helps you with so many dimensions that we elaborately consult with them. We go through the assessment. This eventually helps to align exactly what a person wants to do in their life. So this is all, Ashish.
Thank you, Jimmy. I think that's a great answer. As far there is a global survey that says 60% of youth regret for not selecting the right career, and the reason is because they either were hesitant to go for consultation, or they were not aware of career consultation. I think this is very important, and that's the reason we are having these sessions of career awareness, where we want to give this message to everyone that consultation is very important, and if you have this consultation at the right time, it can make a big difference. It can bring a big difference in your entire career and your career choices.
Yeah, and just to add on here, it's such a beautiful concept, you know. When we start early, you have time. You have time to reflect back. If there is something wrong, if there is something else that you want to do, you have enough time to switch. Now, after having 20 years of experience, you have to switch. Risk is very high. So that minimize that pitfalls, that risk factor. Here again, this counseling, career counseling is important. Please understand, do not deny this. When I come in contact with the parents, when we say that go through the psychometric assessment, people don't understand. And sometimes they say that, oh, we have to consult with a psychologist. See, still there, this kind of a concept is that they don't understand. And going to a psychologist is also a big thing. Happily, everybody goes to the doctor, any kind of a doctor. But when we say psychologist, that the picture changes. Likewise, they connect that with the psychometric assessment, and that's how they connect with us also. And this takes time to make them understand. And that's happened. Even if people are educated, there are many people, many parents, and even the professionals I come in contact, and they fear taking the psychometric assessment. Oh, I mean, what may reveal out of me? Isn't it good? Something is revealing, and there is something wrong. You can just rectify it. So this
Yes.
is again giving you more chances, more opportunity to rectify and to pull it back and get into a position where you have to be. Why to underestimate? You're good, you're best. That's how. This is what.
Yes, perfect. So now I'll open up the forum to participants. If they have any question, feel free to ask any question by opening your microphone and ask questions to Jimmy.
Hello, Jimmy. Good morning. This is Sagar.
Good morning, Sagar. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Actually, as you said, rightly said, that educated parents like me even don't aware, are not aware about this. And again, this is the first time I am going through such sessions. And I have a query. Like you mentioned, when you start early, it helps. So my daughter is in seventh. So I understand your point. It gives you a lot of time to go through the whatever you decide to plan. But the flip side I feel is, isn't it narrowing down to something, and you may get some inclination toward other fields once you grow in your career. So I just wanted to understand, do you have any such examples through counseling? Like someone chose some X field and
Mhm.
over the period he or she realizes that is not suitable and maybe I should choose Y. So I
Mhm.
just keen or curious to hear if such a example you have.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Sagar, that's really very thoughtful about a parent to think about it. It's it's kind of a dilemma that every parents will have, I think, and they go through the same phase that you are saying. A person, a student in class 7th, uh, there is a way of counseling. I cannot counsel a student of this age like I counsel a professional, or I like counseling a college student who are graduate. So when you're saying no, taking up psychometric assessment so early, isn't it narrowing down? Why can't we think the other way out? It opens up lots of career. Can you imagine there are 3,000 plus careers? When you are with your child, if you are not aware, I'm not underestimating your knowledge in it. As a parent, you might have researched, you might have known so many things in this century, that you have a whole lot of list with you, the careers and all. Okay, so but why we say that professional career counseling is important for a student? It's not narrowing down, we are opening more doors for them. We want them to explore more. We tell them, we are not saying that, oh, you are good to go for only the doctor. No. What if the child cannot be a doctor? Then the child will be depressed. The child will feel like a failure. So whenever we give a suggestion, we open up more careers related to that subject. Okay, we are not confining to that only you can become this. No, we are never a counselor or professional career counselor will never do that. They will give lots of option. And this option will help in early counseling. Why? Because a child have more time to understand those careers. And the child are more smarter than we parents now. They will research and they will try to scale it in a scale of 10. Oh, probably I was looking for this, but I'm only 7 here. This particular ma'am said this. Oh, I think that this is much easier and I'm 8 or 9 on that scaling. So we are rather not narrowing down, we are opening more doors for them to explore, to research, and to come up with their own ideas, their interest. And later on, see, this is not a full stop in 7th or 8th psychometric test. It is just a beginning. We suggest a student must go through psychometric at when they are in class 10th, because class 11, 12 is again very crucial, what subjects to be taken. In class 11 and 12, when a child goes through, a particular, what you say, specialized subject, they may not like it.
Right.
They may not like it. I'm good in biology, but I don't like physics and chemistry. Without physics and chemistry, how can I become a doctor? I have to clear those as well. So I get the time frame to switch it. With biology being the core, what else can be done if I minimize the physics and chemistry? So we are giving more options, So that's how we only suggest that go through a counseling session first, take a psychometric assessment. That is just beginning. Take another because see, as we are growing, our choices, our interests, it is all, we are in a societal conditioning frame. So it will change.
Yeah.
Our friends, our families, our this, our that, everybody will talk about careers, everybody, and the child will be in a confused state of mind. And this is where we as a counselor, we try to solve that, Sagar.
Yeah.
It's nothing that we are narrowing, we are opening up. We will give you so many options and a way and create a roadmap so that a child can comfortably walk on that roadmap. Anything goes wrong in between, we are there to hold hand and give you other options as well. And that is why the mentorship also works here. Not only counselor, why I become a mentor and a coach? Because after this counseling, I think that a mentor and a coach plays a vital role in uplifting an individual in personal and the professional front. So it's a chain, it's a chain. So
Yes.
please, this is what you can take an initial step. You can try it out. Counsel Navy, we have the best of the counselors there, and we are trying our best. So feel free to get back to any of the counselors you would like to, and have a pre-counseling. Free counseling sessions are available there. Let your child speak out. The child may not be comfortable speaking to you. He or she may be comfortable speaking to a counselor. So there's a method that we apply. It's not only about analyzing the report and giving the report and talking. That's not all. We are there, to hold the hand forever, like the best friends.
Yeah. Sure, Jimmy. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the insight. Yeah.
I will attach one real story from Council Navy recently, and I think it's quite attached to this question. There was a parent who went for counseling with one of our counselor, and they were pretty sure with their child because the child was showing super good interest in engineering, quite good in mathematics, science, STEM mainly, and also a lot of indications that parent had. Even they were when they were having conversation, it was about going for engineering, and that child was also happily talking about it. So it was quite a good indication. But then they decided to go for counseling, and then they went for the psychometric test. And for their surprise, that test revealed that the child is quite good in sports management. So it came out quite differently. They never imagined but they said we never thought of this, and there was this hidden side of a sports management and sports interest for a child that revealed out of a psychometric test. Then they were now discussing like how to go ahead, and whether this is and moreover, what I realize is from this example is that there may be a potential which is hidden, and it didn't come out because there was no systematic process that has been followed to gauge that. Now with this kind of a test, and then there are sessions following up, now between parent and child both are discussing, or they are thinking what to do next. But I think that has given more options. So Sagar, to your point, instead of one focused area, and now they have two options, is what I can see.
That is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, any other question, anyone? Okay, I don't see. I think everyone has received quite a good response from you, Jimmy. I think you have answered all these questions very well. Those questions were not simple, especially technology aspect. So maybe whoever wants to consult Jimmy, she is available on Council Navi. Her availability and all the profile is available. So feel free to sign up for her on Council Navi, and feel free to go ahead for any consultation from career perspective you want. And I would like to thank Jimmy for her time. Sunday morning is precious for you as well as for all the participants. So thanks for showing the interest, and thanks for joining this call.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much, everyone. It's a nice session, and I hope that any parents who are willing to consult with us, they can write to us as well. Please feel free to reach. You never know what is there kept for your child. Believe me or not, I'm one example of myself to have switched my career when people can't even think of switching. So, I mean, many factors are involved though, and thankful to the family supports and understanding at this point of time. But yes, there is always, way out for any problem. Do not be confined to a comfort zone. Do not, for a parent, do not impose anything to your child. Be open, discuss, uh, tell them to research on. They are very good in research these days. Tell them to research, tell them to come up with more career options. Then you discuss with counselors whether this is good or bad. Then the counselor will guide you how to go about it. Okay, let's not say no directly as a parenting coach, because I started initially as a parenting coach, and I have seen many parents saying no abruptly to their kids, which I as a I don't know. I, as an Indian parent, probably I also do that, but I try not to do it and try to understand what